Hello, may I audible? Very good morning. We are talking about artificial intelligence. So if artificial intelligence, if we are talking, so artificial intelligence always learn. So it is not morning, it is afternoon. Right? So be careful, okay? Uh, myself, Professor Dr. Sachin Salunkhe. I'm a professor at Gazi University, Department of Mechanical Engineering. My all education completed from National Institute of Technology in India. Uh, I am last 16 years. I'm working on artificial intelligence as well as the additive manufacturing. I publish more than 180 research articles in the reputed journals, as well as I'm the editor of 7 journals, including Taylor and Francis, Springer, Elsewhere, Wiley, everything. And more than 15 books I have been written on artificial intelligence, especially in the additive manufacturing. So today's presentation dealing with the artificial intelligence in additive manufacturing. I hope all the people know about the artificial intelligence. Everyone know about artificial intelligence? Okay, I hope I consider. So we can make to the next slide.
First, click on presentation.
Okay.
Yeah, done.
Oh, yes. Okay. So today's content for the presentation about artificial intelligence, I'll talk about AI, applications of AI in where it is used, especially on additive manufacturing. And we talk about finally about detection and prediction of the real-time additive manufacturing, which we develop in my lab. So first we talk about artificial intelligence. I hope artificial intelligence name in two word. I split into two sections. One is the artificial, another one is the intelligence. Artificial, we can say it's man-made or human-made. Intelligence, they themselves, they're learning the power. So how the AI is work? AI is basically work on the four important basic parameters. It's on the decision making. They are taking their own decisions about AI. The best example I would like to tell about this AI, where it is used in the robotics field and artificial intelligence. In the welding, the car welding, in the car factory, in the welding, during the welding process, if you have the weld, okay, in the first corner with the help of robot, then robot automatically recognize where he weld. In the next time, if it is the same component comes, then robot is thinking whether it is whether previously I weld is correctly or not. Then he change his position. So this is the beauty of artificial intelligence. So in addition, it is used into it's a very high accuracy. You can find and get the result. Presently, the AI is approximately 95% correct answer. It is not 100%, but 95%. People stewards are working on to develop 100% accuracy. Then how AI is work? AI is basically work on these parameters, as I can say, is to reasoning, knowledge representation, planning, learning, natural language processing, and perception. Then this, I just give the about the reasoning. The reasoning means whatever the available knowledge, information, based on that, you can conclude. For example, I have the good question to you. What is the answer for this? There is a quiz for to you, question mark. What is the answer? 18, how you calculate? Multiplication, these things you did. Okay, so based on available information, you can give the conclusion. That is called reasoning. That's the AI is working, number one. Number two, AI is working for knowledge representation. Whatever you have the knowledge, either in the different language, anything, you can provide to the computer with the help of C, C++, Java, Oracle, different programming language. The third thing is the planning. You think that the image that the robot is planning, which is the first A, B, C he planned, then he picked the automatically. Similarly, the AI also works same. It will be planned what activity I should need be carried out. Next is learning. AI is the learn themselves. Okay, if you train to them, for example, initially you give the data, they learn themselves. No need to train. Like, for example, for the students, we need a hoja or teachers to teach them. But with the AI, if you feed the data, then themselves they train and then they give the output. Next is about natural language processing. So they nowadays you use the Google and voice recognition. At that time, we used natural language processing, perceptions. Okay, these are the techniques of AI, how AI is working. Now we talk about the AI, the types of artificial intelligence. I will just briefly show that: expert system, neural network, knowledge base, genetic algorithm, fuzzy logic, and machine learning. When I think that on 16 year before, when I started with the work on artificial intelligence, it was only technique we have only expert system. And that time, I think that I'm talking about in 2010, I'm right, 2010 or to the neural network just launched artificial neural network. But nowadays, you have a deep learning now. Okay, even though you have a software like a DeepSeek or a ChatGPT, these are, but in that time, we don't have this one. So now we talk about the AI in additive manufacturing. So everyone know about additive manufacturing, how, but how this artificial intelligence technology game change about the AI, additive manufacturing. First, we look at about this graph about the additive manufacturing. So additive manufacturing is the growing technology right now. You can expect it that in 2034, it's crossed almost $220 billion. But the I give this information about from some research, but now 3 years before, when I look at this research related, with the help of AI, it will be the number is the digit is double with the help of artificial intelligence. Okay, now this additive manufacturing, everyone know about the technology slicing and then 3D model convert into STL, then finally you can get the product. Now, the role of AI is to defect detection. So if you have a defects on your product, by your naked eyes, you cannot find the defects. At the time of you can using the artificial intelligence, especially I can talk about the image processing system. Through the image processing system, you can detect any detections, any default, any part problems you can identify from this. Another one things is used for the ML, machine learning model for the data driven. Furthermore, it is used for this real-time detection. As the Mohsin, I take the refer from the paper, he developed one model in the 3D printer, especially in FDM. He put one camera, as you can see the LED camera, and that he captured the image of the printing. During printing, one layer, second layer, third layer. During the printing, each image is captured, and he identified the defects during the printing itself. Okay. Another one thing, the role of AI, especially in that for optimizing the process parameter. Number one, design for additive manufacturing, support structure. Okay. Now, in that, I would like to tell there is a one important that the topology optimization is recently the many of the peoples are working on topology optimization for especially on the metal additive manufacturing. Now, I would like to give there is a one work we have done from in my lab. This is the real-time detection and prediction of additive manufacturing parts about artificial intelligence. So I hope everyone know about FDM. It's the fluid deposition modeling. Layer by layer, you can make the product whatever. The FDM basically deals with the different materials, PETG, Virgo, and PLA, ABS materials. We expected such type of quality, but unfortunately, sometimes you can get this product. It is called a delamination, especially on the FDM parts. Sometimes another issue is the warping. When uneven temperature during the printing itself, there is the warping issues occur. So we solve this problem with the help of artificial intelligence. What we did, okay, we fix a camera in the this one Stratus printer. We use the Stratus printer. In that, we fix the camera. The methodology for the printing image, then we use the CNN model, convolutional neural network model, residual model, and softmax function and super image resolution for the delamination. For the warping, we use a strain gauge for the because we if any small detection changes happen into the material, we identified. Then we develop, we use and also these LM741 Western Bridge circuit we use, Arduino microcontroller profiles and machine learning model. So how it is working? So you can see the image that the camera, this is the Logitech one camera normally, we fit into the Stratus printer during the printing. The printer is the measure each layer by layer during the process of the image. Okay, approximately 12,000 images we generate during the printing process about FDM printer, and we have this offset nozzle with the change of the color classified with according to the color with the significant from the low, good quality, high quality, and high plus with the 5 mm. So due to this nozzle height, there are 3 levels, level 1, 2, and 3. We measure the value of the number. Okay, and approximately, as you can see, we see the value. Okay, slightly we can say the variation of the camera of mount during this printing process. Just there is a small what kind of vibration generated during the printing. And as I mentioned, that more than 10,000 images we have been calculated. That in that 30% data we use the validation, and 70% data is used for the training for the model, ANN model. And CNN model, that is the convolutional neural network model, we have been used for the exact picture of the image, because the image processing generate a lot of images. And then residual this method we use, because we need to pass on one break to another slice. Okay, so to that that things we need to use for the residual model. So from that, all the generation of the data, what we got, the accuracy level from the printing itself, it is increased from 95% to approximately 98% according to efforts. Now we talk about the warping. That in warping, normally we take in the warping, we put in the glue, glue stick we put into there at the bottom side. If it is a small diffraction we find, we can measure with the help of this Western bridge. So as you can see this image, that the printing samples, and then in the bottom side there is a strain gauge with the plastic film, and we use the super glue for this warping issue. And then after this warping, then we generate the infill data. So that 50% and 100%. So what we observe that from this overall observation of the warping, that if it is the 50% infill of this data, okay, then your curve, you can see the layer number, you can see this graph. There are 2 images, 50% infill, 100% infill. The layer number 17 you can see, and layer number 17 from the bottom side. Okay, so here 50% and 100%. In that, here you can find if it is a small during the printing in the 1 layer, 2 layer, 3rd layer, you can see the 3rd layer, 4th layer, there is a small warping issue started. At that time, you can immediately stop your printing, and there is no occur will be continuously. Okay, so this is the about warping. Okay, so finally, overall, this after this everything, this warping issue and delamination issue, we found that the model is exactly detect and predict for the warping issue on the in the real time. The average accuracy, as I mentioned, it's 98%, and the validation of this is 91% of training data set. This proposed model is very effectively quantifies the warping tendency as well as the delamination. We plan for this, carry out further the research for this activation, that about the layer calibration, because it's very difficult for us, the layer calibration. Now we are using layer calibration with the connected through the CAD software. So this is the brief overview about warping and delamination for the FDM printer in this process machine we use. Okay, so thank you very much, and end of this my presentation.